welcome back. So in today's video, I just want to talk a little bit about Stella's 1 month update. She is almost 6.5 weeks now, and she is doing awesome. So I just kind of want to go over her first month and her thyroid levels and everything like that. I'll do a separate video this weekend of my thyroid levels, like a postpartum update as far as how I'm feeling, but it's a lot, so I'm going to do that in the next video. Also, I see my endocrinologist on Friday, so I'll be able to give you guys a little bit more update about my levels and what they're looking like right now. So for Stella's 1 month, she did have her 1 month appointment, and they did weigh her and measure her and all that. So when she was born, she was 7 pounds 8 ounces 21 inches long, and I believe her head circumference was a 14. So at her 1 month appointment, she was 10 pounds 22 inches long, and her head circumference was 14 and a half. So her height is in the 50th to 75th percentile, her weight is 50th percentile, and her head is in the 25th percentile. So she's got a little bitty head, but as far as weight goes, she entered a whole new bracket for that. I will also in the next video go into a little bit more about breastfeeding and what happened with that, but she is on formula now, strictly formula. She is on Similac Advanced, so I don't know if the formula is just really packing on the pounds for that girl or what, but the doctor was not concerned, her pediatrician was not concerned about her weight gain. She just said that, she's just a whole new bracket, but it wasn't enough weight gain to really raise any red flags as whether or not she should be hypo or anything like that. So that was at her 1 month appointment. As far as thyroid levels go, so in the hospital when she was born, they went ahead and drew her blood and to see if her levels were elevated, and they were a little bit, but they said that was normal because when babies are born, I guess their thyroid levels go, or kind of not really spaz out a little bit, but they're a little elevated when they're born. I guess their body like adjusting everything and mom's hormones coming out, so they were a little elevated. So we went to the pediatrician. Let's see, we got out of the hospital Tuesday, at the pediatrician Wednesday. She went ahead and sent us to the Children's Hospital that Thursday. We had more blood work done then. I got a call the following day saying that those levels were normal, but that the pediatric endocrinologist wanted to go ahead and have more blood work done just to be on the safe side. So they went ahead and drew blood the next week, because at that point my medicine would have been out of her system, because I was still taking the Thiamazole while pregnant, obviously, only the 5 milligrams, but they were concerned that she was still getting a dose of my medicine. So if she was hyper, then my medicine was helping suppress her thyroid, and if my medicine would have worn off, that first weekend we were home, or the week after, or anything like that, then it could have been damaging to her for, her thyroid to get crazy like that with her being so little. So, we had the blood work done the following Thursday, got a call back that Friday saying that those levels were normal. And just to be on the safe side, the endocrinologist went ahead and had us have them drawn one more time 2 weeks later, so right before she was a month old, and those levels came back normal as well. So she is perfectly fine as far as her thyroid levels go. She's not hyper, she's not hypo, she's completely normal for now. They won't have any more blood drawn, they won't check her thyroid anymore unless she starts exhibiting symptoms of hyper or hypothyroidism, which, I know the symptoms of both and what to look out for that. So as of right now, she is a happy, healthy little girl. She's definitely growing for sure. So at her 1 month appointment, the pediatrician asked me, just the questions, like, her head when she hears a noise, or you're talking to her, or, has she started responding to faces yet? And I said, to the faces, I said, yes. I said, we can make funny faces at her and smile, and she smiles back. And my pediatrician was like, okay. So she lays her down on the table to look at her, and she was like, oh my gosh, she is smiling at me. And I was like, yeah, she does that. And she was like, no, I just kind of thought you were full of it, because usually babies don't do that until they're almost 2 months old. So she is a smiley baby. She's very happy, especially first thing in the morning when you come in and ask her, you know, did you have good dreams, or, you know, did you have a good night? And she all smiles and just loves to look at you and smile, and I mean, it goes all the way up to her eyes. It's a really good smile. Let's see what else for first month. She does have a little bit of baby acne that started happening right around the 4-week mark, but we are in the process of getting that cleared up now. It was definitely crazy. Her skin's really, really dry, so I did find something to put on it, and I think I'm going to do a separate video for products that I'm really, really liking so far with having her. So I'll probably do a separate video on that, and that cream will probably then be in that video, and I'll probably do that in another week or two. So definitely has some baby acne, but it's in the process of being cleared up now. We are working on it. Let me see what else. Okay, so before she had a month old, we did do our first family road trip. Very exciting. Which, you know, I was a little concerned about taking her out that little, because, you know, you're really not supposed to take them out like too far or anything, but we did have a family reunion with cousins coming over from England, and it was my husband's side, and he didn't want to miss seeing them, so we did make a point to go. We did purchase an Ergo, so the whole reunion, family reunion, I wore her on me in the Ergo with the infant insert in it, and so that way just people weren't holding her or touching her, because, I mean, she doesn't really have an immune system yet, so I kept her in that, and that worked out perfect. She slept the whole time in it. So back to the road trip. It was a 3-hour drive one way up there, and then 3 hours back, because 6 hours would be a lot for a little tiny baby to be in a car all day. We did get a hotel room and ended up staying the night. So we left out like Friday afternoon, and we fed her, like, we stopped after an hour, tried to feed her, but she was really out of it, so tired, but she was enjoying the car ride. It was a good sleep for her. She made it all the way up, no issues whatsoever, no blowouts, no nothing. We had the family reunion the next day on that Saturday around lunchtime, and then we left and came home. We got home late that night, and she did really good. We ended up stopping 2 hours into it on the way home, and I fed her at a Bye Bye Baby, and got her changed and everything, and we did a little bit of shopping. And then got back in the car and drove the rest of the way home, and she made it almost all the way home. I think it was maybe we had 15 minutes left in the car, and that's when she started crying that she was just over it and ready to get out. But I mean, she did awesome the whole time. It was really good. I think that was probably a really good time to take her right before she hit a month old, because once she hit 1 month, now she doesn't sleep as much anymore. I mean, she still enjoys car rides. She doesn't scream in the car or anything unless she's hungry, but or has like a really, really full diaper. But other than that, she did really well. But yeah, I probably wouldn't take her now, because I don't think she'd last as long, and it wouldn't be a very fun trip for any of us. But she did great in the hotel room overnight. We did bring her Rock and Play, which is another favorite of mine, and she did great. Stuck to her normal schedule as far as when she wakes up to eat and everything like that. As far as schedules go, she kind of made her own, and we're just kind of falling into place with it. You know, I put her to bed probably about 9 o'clock, and then my husband gets home, because he works second shift. He gets home about a little after midnight, 12:30. He takes a shower, kind of winds down, and then he comes up here before she even wakes up and feeds her about 1:30 in the morning. And then she's usually out again before 2:30. He comes to bed, and then I have the 5:30 feeding, and the 8 a.m. And then once I go back to work, which I'm going back to work in about a week and a half, then he'll have her for the 8 a.m. feeding, because I'll already be at work by then. And then he'll have her until about lunchtime, then he'll take her to my mom's house, and then my parents will actually be watching her in the afternoons until I get off work, so she'll only be over there for a few hours every day with them, so it's not bad. Him being on second shift really works out well, and then I'll do her nighttime routine with her like I've been doing. So I think once I go back to work and we kind of get back into more of a normal schedule, it'll be a lot easier on everybody. So there's that. Let me see what else. Oh, well, her first holiday was technically Memorial Day, but we were in the hospital for that. So 4th of July happened. My mom throws a party every year, and my parents let off fireworks. They live in a secluded area, so they can do that. And this 4th of July was not like most. She did great when we got there. Everybody, of course, wanted to hold her, wanted to see her, so everybody got to see her, and at that point she had had no nap, and by about 7, 8 o'clock she was over it and screaming. She was way overstimulated, just from everybody talking to her, holding her. She hadn't had a good nap, and so I ended up having to take her and go into my parents' room, and I spent pretty much the majority of the night in there with her, because if I left, then she wouldn't go to sleep. So I stayed in there with her. Of course, I had friends at the party who came back in there and hung out with me. So she didn't see any fireworks or anything like that, but my husband did get footage of the fireworks, which I think we'll probably put at the end of this video. But yeah, 4th of July with a 1-month-old, not as fun as they usually are. But next year is going to be so much better. I'm so excited about next summer with her, because I think it'll definitely be a lot better. Because right now, she can't get in the pool, we can't take her to the beach. We really can't do anything with her because she's a newborn, obviously. It's mostly, sitting at home or trips to Target. So, but I am definitely looking forward to going back to work and having more adult interaction with people. But I am going to miss her during the day. But anyways, my camera battery is flashing. I really need to charge this thing. So I'm going to go ahead and end this video, and I will see you all in the next video for my postpartum, which I'll get filmed this weekend, hopefully have up real soon after that. So everybody, thanks for watching, and see you next time. Bye.